Hello. Okay, that was a little bit different. I didn't plan it that way, but anyway, that'll do. I just came live straight away. I didn't got my headphones ready yet. Not only have my intro. What am I doing tonight? Crazy. Okay, I hope I've got everything sorted out. Let me check. I'll do my headphones anyway. I need to get sorted first because I'm not sure these are on or not. So you'll have to wait with me. This is not what I do when I set up. I don't normally go live straight away. Instantly live tonight. What am I doing? Didn't get a chance to set up. Let me just make sure I can hear with these headphones. Okay, they're not. I don't know. Guys, got the music on. Yeah, there you go. Okay. We can have a bit of music, can't we? Yeah, I can hear the music. Perfect. Yeah, so hello. Welcome to the live show on Tuesday. Now I've got the 5th there and it's the 7th. This is wrong. Okay, 1 minute. Let me just check my banners. That shouldn't be. It should be. I set up before I came live, so have I got the wrong one on here? Let's see. Yeah, we got the 7th. Yes, there we go. Crazy. I tell you, everything needs setting up. Okay, well, anyway, well, welcome. I'm doing this show tonight. I kind of feel like Tuesday is a good day to go live. I feel like Thursday is a good day to go live. Friday is a good day to go live, and obviously Sunday is a good day to go live because I always do Sunday for all the channel members. And if you're not a channel member, consider becoming one. Consider becoming a channel member. We have a great group of people already who've joined the channel membership on this channel. It's only £1 to become a channel supporter. That's the basic level. But once you join that, you have access to the live shows every Sunday. You also support the channel, which is like super important. And also, you get access to the Discord. So if everybody's interested in that, I think what I can do is, before we do anything tonight, is I can just put that link, because you might be watching this on Facebook, because I do have this show. It's predominantly on YouTube. That's where I like to do my live shows, but I also put this out on Facebook, and I put it out on Twitch. Just kind of a thing. I just started doing that. Just put it on Twitch just for a bit of fun. But wherever you're watching it, I can give you links for stuff so you can see them anyway. So if you are watching this on, say, Facebook, you'll be able to see it. Let me get the links for you. Well, let me see. Discord, that'll be a good one to start with. Let's put Discord on here. So if you're watching this, and for example, if you're a channel member, you have access to the 1 minute. You have access to Discord private chat. So what I've done is I've just put the link in the chat section now. Basically, you can join that. You don't need to be a channel member to have access to that. But so you could join it anyway. Anyone can join it. If you're watching this, just feel like you want to join something, you can join this, no problem at all. But if you're a channel member, you can join it and you'll get access to the members only section of the Discord. Now, if you're watching this not live, you're watching it after the fact, I am putting these links, like tonight, if I put links in the chat, you can still see them in the chat. You can go to the chat and have a look. But if you don't know how to access the chat, just go underneath the video, because I link all the links, the Discord, the channel membership, everything like that, I put underneath the video. So if you're just watching this now and you're like, I don't know how to access the chat, or you're watching it on some device that you can't access the chat, just go underneath the video, because underneath the video has all the links. Okay, and that can be anytime. If you're watching this 1 year after the fact, you can access it. Okay, so I'm gonna put another link in there as well. So yeah, if you're not watching this live, you can be you'll just see all these links coming up in the chat after. But if you are watching it live, why don't you click on some of the links? Have a look what I'm offering here. I'm sharing stuff with you. Okay, so this one's important tonight, because if you're watching this live, well, I mean, you could do, even if you're not watching it live, I think it's important. This is the channel donation link. So basically, what I do is I take all donations on this channel. I mean, I accept Super Chat, I accept whatever other donations are available on the platform that this is being broadcast on. But the best way is to go to Buy Me a Coffee, and the link I've just put in the chat is Buy Me a Coffee. So if you want to send a donation during the chat, during the show, or after the fact, use this link, and it will go. Basically, the donation goes more directly to me into the channel. So that's the link you should use. That's what I advise. Okay, but I am happy to accept super chats as well. Now, also, you can see that I have a donation bar on the actual channel. What happens is any donations that are given throughout the show, they go on this donation bar, and then eventually, when the donation bar hopefully gets up to £25, I basically tell you a secret about myself normally near the end of the show. Okay. So basically, we've got like 2 hours together. If we get that donation, that will be at the end of the show. Probably I will share something with you, but we'd have to get up to £25, which sometimes happens. It happened in the last show, the last private show we did on Sunday. So who knows? We might go up there today. Okay, so basically the way things work on this channel are like we do spin the wheel, and we'll spin the wheel if we get donations. Okay, now there's always a chance I might spin the wheel myself or do something like that if no one spins it. But if you want to spin it, any donation from say like $1, £1, and I will spin the wheel. So it's entirely up to you guys. I will leave it up to you. Okay. So I'll tell you something. I can tell the chat tonight is pretty quiet. It's very quiet tonight. But we'll still forge ahead. Hopefully some people will join more later on the live show. What I might do is I might do a free spin, because if you're watching this after, at the moment, there ain't nobody in chat. So I'm going to spin the wheel myself, because I gotta get something going. You know what I mean? Got no one to chat to here. All right then, let's do it. I will get the wheel ready. One moment. Let's see. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll watch a video, see how that goes, and then we'll see how the chat's doing after that. So if you want to talk about anything in the video or anything like that, you can do. Just use chat to let me know. Also, if you are watching this and you're not a member yet, or you're not subscribed, you can't talk on the chat. You'd have to subscribe. You have to be a subscriber to be able to chat in the chat section. So if you want to chat, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and that way you can chat. Okay, so let's add a video, and then we can go through that for a bit. Bear with me 1 minute. Okay, can you see this? Yes, you can. Yeah, I think this will do. Okay, let's do from this. This is fine the way it's set up. Okay, so I'm gonna spin the wheel. So we're gonna get. Oh, great. Okay. Common excuses to avoid transitioning. Okay, let's forge ahead with this one. Common excuses. So just bear with me 1 minute. I need to find the video and then we can go from there. But yeah, if you come into chat, you want to ask any questions or anything, feel free to do it now. This is probably the best time, as once we get more into the show, especially when I get more into the videos, I won't be able to chat the same. But I'm just looking for the video now. And once we get the video, we can start. But yeah, don't be afraid to chat. Any question. It's always good to see new faces here as well as regulars. Okay. Bear with me a moment. I think I'm on there now. So it was the common excuses, wasn't it? Let me see. I'm just trying to find it now. I got all the videos lined up, but it was one of the early ones, wasn't it? But now it's lost in between. Oh, there, here we go. Common excuses to avoid transition. Now it's this one, isn't it? Okay, got it now. Okay, bear with me 1 minute, and I will share this video with you. There we go. Oh, that's not right. This one. We'll do this one. Easier. Okay. So, tonight's video. I just got to turn your music off, because otherwise... There we go. Okay, then. So, first video of tonight. Hopefully not the last. Common excuses to avoid transitioning. Let's make it a bit bigger. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, I can't hear anything. Does this have sound? Oh.
I hear endless excuses about why you can't transition. And yes, they are excuses. At the time, people will think they are reasons, but I will tell you right now, they are excuses. I have listed the most common excuses I hear, and this is what I have to say about them.
So I don't know how you all feel out there, if you have excuses for not transitioning. I mean, I don't know what she's going to say. I mean, when was this made? 11 years ago. I mean, for me, if we're going to be talking about excuses about transitioning, not transitioning, I think the key things for me at the moment is I'm going to be saying things more about present day. Now, hopefully she's going to obviously say things that are more like universal, the reasons why. But I mean, my own reasons right now, I can understand the people saying, well, I don't want to transition in the political climate that we're in nowadays. You know, if I transition today, how am I going to deal with issues such as the political situation? Like we see in America, where we see with how trans people's rights have been stripped away, and the same here in the UK, how we're seeing rights being stripped away here in the UK. So that would be probably one of the key things that I would suggest as something that would make me fearful of transitioning at the moment. But this is in the climate at the moment, okay? But 11 years ago, when it was more, I mean, I would say 11 years ago, we were saying it was more people were coming out. It was more like, okay, people are accepting trans people more. This is the time to come out. So it'll be interesting to see what they're saying 11 years ago. Let's listen and see anyway.
The most common excuse I hear is, I won't make a pretty woman, or I won't make a passable woman.
Okay, I mean, just before she gets into it, how long is this video? 9 minutes. I mean, the thing is about that, like, does it pass your mind? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it did pass my mind when I was transitioning. Like, well, how am I going to look when I transition? Of course, I feared that I would, not, if you want to use the word pass. I felt like that. I felt I felt like when I transition, what happens if I just look like a guy in a dress? How will I feel? And that did pass my mind. I'm not going to deny that. But then I think as well, the key things for me then after that was kind of like, well, it doesn't matter how you look. You want to live your true self. And, you have to kind of make that decision like, well, you might not be the most beautifulest woman in the world or whatever, but you'll be beautiful to yourself. You'll be beautiful to the people around you. And that's what matters. It doesn't matter if you're trying to be like this social, what we see as beautiful in society and stuff. It's about being your true self, because it shouldn't be about that. It just shouldn't be about that. But did it come from out of course? Because I think we're all social beings. We all see the world that way anyway. So you can't help but be conscious of that. But I personally feel that it shouldn't be it shouldn't matter. You need to be yourself. Well, let's see what she says anyway. It's all right, me telling you what I think, but what does she say?
Let me point out something. You don't know that. I don't know that. Neither of us can predict the future. You have not been on estrogen and been through a full puberty to know what you will look like. It is just as much of a lie to tell yourself, I will look like a supermodel, as it is to tell yourself, I will look awful.
Well, yeah. I mean, we don't know what you're gonna look like after transition, but again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a supermodel. It doesn't matter if you just, you know, you're not that beautiful. It doesn't matter. At least you're true to yourself. Oh, hello, Joseph. Joseph. Yeah, okay. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining tonight. Feel free to ask any questions you want or anything like that. It's the best time anyway at the beginning of the show if you want to ask me anything. Okay? But thank you for being here.
If you are honest with yourself, the truth is you don't know how you will look. Do not tell yourself you will look bad. Acknowledge these thoughts as a fear and replace it with a totally different statement. I don't know what I will look like after being on hormones for 1 year.
I mean, it's fine what she's saying. It's trying to be positive and stuff like that. But I really, honestly, my advice is you need to push that completely out of your mind about how beautiful you're going to be or how you will look. That's not the thing. We all humans don't look the same. None of us look a certain way or anything. And this view we have of society where we say, well, this is beautiful and this isn't beautiful, I think is absolutely pointless in thinking that way, because that's just how society has classed beauty. And and to be honest with you, most of what we class as beautiful, most of us can't obtain that anyway. It's extremely over the top. Most of it is actually fake. It's photoshopped and filters that we see on the internet. It's not real. A lot of it's not real. So personally, I'd say, look, if that's what you're thinking, then if that's your main thing, then you're not thinking about transitioning. Are you thinking about being yourself, your true self, or you just care about being good looking? Because to be honest with you, they're not the same things.
2 years or even 5 years. Because guess what? Puberty can last up to 7 years for some people, which means you will change and change and change and become more and more as yourself.
I got to say another thing as well. I even to today, I mean, I've been on hormones 6 years plus, and I can tell you that from even year by year. I mean, I've watched some of my live videos that I've done last year, and I look different in the image. I mean, when I look at my face and I look at things, my body and stuff, I can see changes, different things. That's one good thing about doing live shows, because you can kind of look back and you can see how you look differently. But this is the thing, right? We constantly change. So even after like a year or 2 years, and you say, I'm not beautiful, I'm not as beautiful as I wanted to be, or transitioning, I don't look like that beautiful model in the on the TV or whatever. But the thing is, I mean, like myself, I found that I just keep changing. I many ways, I was more focused on my transition in the first 3 years, but then after that, I kind of chilled out a bit, and now the changes I would say even can be even better now, and I don't really focus on it the same. I would say my hormone regime was more intense. I would say in some ways better in some ways not so much. But I still feel like the changes are happening, yeah, 6 years plus. So I mean, she's right. You'll keep changing, and I think another way, once you settle into your identity, once you transition and you settle into your gender and everything, you find that you develop. Like I mean, like for example, I'll give you another example. Like my hair color. I mean, I wasn't blonde for the first 3 years, and then I decided I wanted to have blonde hair. And when I got blonde hair, I felt like that matched me as a person much more and helped me to form my identity much more than anything else. To be honest, well, not. I'm going too far there. Not than anything else, but I'm saying it was a key thing for me to have blonde hair, and how I. That's all part of the transitioning thing. You find things, you learn things about yourself. So it could take years. And I mean, of course, once you transition, you want to have that, stereotypical what we call beautiful. Well, you can you can do that after anyway. Just transition and then work on that after. If that's your goal.
And you don't know what you're going to look like in 7 years of hormones. So, if you don't know what you look like, why will you automatically conclude the most negative outcome? It only hurts you to say this to yourself. Again, instead say, I do not know what I will look like.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. You won't. You'll never know that.
I'm too old to transition. What is too old? When is anyone too old to become themselves and live authentically? I have a 14-year-old trans man and a 14-year-old trans woman who I am working with right now, and both wish they had started sooner. Differentiate between the preference to have started sooner with it being too late to start at all.
Yeah, but this one is a common one. I do hear a lot of people say this, like, they feel maybe, I wish I'd have started earlier. That I've even said that. I've even said that. Because I look at trans people who transitioned in their teens and I think, oh, I wish I'd have done that. I wish I'd transitioned when I was in my teens. So I can't deny that that is a common thing for many trans people. I'd also say that we get a lot of people later in life that kind of say, am I too old? But the amount of people that I have spoken to, the amount of trans people that I've met, seen, who've transitioned later in life, we see many on this channel, many on these live shows that we when we cover videos that have transitioned later in life, and I got to say that they've transitioned and they're the happiest they've ever been. Even in becoming their 60s, even 70s. I mean, there was one video. I think they were in their 80s. A trans lady in her 80s, the happiest they'd ever been. It was like they realized this is who I am. So transitioning, whatever age you do it, can bring that trans joy, that actual peace that you've been looking for. So I think you're never too late to transition. I think it's very common that trans people always say, "I wish I'd done it earlier," but unfortunately, the only way to kind of do it earlier is to kind of realize who is trans at a young age and give them the opportunity to transition. The problem with that is we are trying to do that, and every time we try to offer education for young trans people, um, puberty blockers, hormones, everything like that, we get told by the rest of society, hey, you shouldn't let children transition young. You shouldn't teach trans children about being trans. And it's kind of like, I understand when you're not trans, you can't understand what it is to be trans. So you see it as like trans people we're like as if we're trying to force people to be trans, which is not what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate because, like, the truth is, if I'd have had trans education when I was at school, I would have transitioned a lot younger. Of course I would, because I would have known who I was and I would have known what I needed to do and I would have known how to go about it. But instead, I didn't get that education, like a lot of young people don't now, and so they can't prepare for their lives, and they have to go, grow up, and then as they grow up and they're like, okay, they're over 18 now, they're an adult, now they have the chance to learn about being trans. I know that's what other people in society want, but the truth is, by doing that, you make it really difficult for trans people, because trans people always say, "Oh, I wish I could have done it when I was younger." Well, yeah, of course, but you weren't given the opportunity because there was things in the way, there was barriers in the way.
I have people who have started after they retired, when they have had grandchildren. I have worked with a woman as old as 70, but even older than her is not too old to transition. Show me the rule where it says that someone is too old to start being themselves, that someone is too old to transition.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, and that's what I was saying. Hi, Charles. Good evening. Sorry about the time tonight. I must admit, I did tell a lot of people I was going to be on at 7, and then I moved the time to 7:30, and then I ended up jumping on here a little bit earlier. So I know I messed a bit of people's times up with that. So I'm sorry about that. But I'm here now, and thank you for being here, Charles. Hope you enjoy the show tonight. So yeah, I think she's more or less saying as me. I meet older trans people, and they're happy. They transition, and they're happy.
Transitioning is hard. So some people take longer to get started, and that is absolutely okay. You start when you are ready. Again, I just want to say that I don't think it is ever too late to begin being yourself. Your age, whatever it may be, is not a reason to not transition. It's an excuse.
Yeah, completely. I mean, um, yeah, she's completely right about that being an excuse, because at the end of the day, whatever age you decide to transition, that's fine. But I understand that a lot of people, they have to wait longer purely because situations in their life occur. Maybe they're married, maybe they have children, maybe it's their work, maybe it's just that the society and the friends that they've made are in a different kind of group, and they know that if they come out, they'll lose all that. Completely understand. So sometimes we don't have the option to transition earlier, but that's fine. Even if you have to transition later in life, it's fine.
I'm losing my hair, or I have a bald spot on my head, or my hairline is receding. Let me tell you something. Thank goodness testosterone blockers and hormones are as effective as they are, because your hair is probably going to come back in.
I'll just stop her there for a minute. Oh, hello. Let me see. We've got Jesse. Hello. Nice to see you here tonight, Jesse. Oh, I've got you here, and yeah. Thank you for being here. Rachel, I love being a part of your lovely group. Thank you. Well, you are, Charles. I mean, I mean, being a channel, a channel supporter. You are part of this group. We do. I mean, I will talk about it later on. We do have community membership now as well, but it's entirely up to you if you ever want to become a community member. But being a channel supporter is absolutely essential. Thank you so much. Oh, hello, Amanda. I started transition about 2 years ago. I'm now 66 years old. I'm now so happy. Yeah. Well, thank you, Amanda, for sharing that. I mean, this is what we're saying in this video here. She's saying, like, it's never too late to transition. And I mean, like you just said that, Amanda. I mean, that's what I've heard from a lot of other trans women who've transitioned later in life. They say how much more at peace, how happy they are. And I mean, even myself, I felt like that. I felt as soon as I transitioned, I felt a lot more at peace with myself. And I think that's how it is, isn't it? It doesn't matter what age you transition, because once you've done it, you find that peace, you find that place where where you belong. Jesse, yes, this is a very beautiful group to be part of. Yeah, well, thank you, Jesse. I'll just let everybody else know who's watching. We do have a little community together on this channel. So there's two types of membership at the moment. There's the channel supporter, which is just £1 for the whole month. So basically, you get 4 live shows a month that are just for channel supporters, and access to our private Discord group. Also, you do support the channel, which keeps me being able to make these videos for you. So if you want to do that, it's just £1, and you'll be part of our little community. But also we do have community membership now as well. But I will talk about that after this video and explain that to a few people if that's something you're interested in joining. But yes. Charles, good evening, Amanda. Hope it brings you a lot of happiness. Yes, you see, and Charles is a member, and this is the kind of people we have in this group. People like Charles, really supportive, and yeah. But thank you so much, Charles. So this is the kind of people here. I mean, it's a really nice group. The people are part of this channel. I'm really kind of proud to be. I'm proud to be part of all this. To be honest with myself, But anyway, let's see a little bit more of this video. So, see what else she has to say about transition. I'm just going to speed her up slightly because it is 9 minutes long, this video, and I'd like to talk to you about a few other things. But anyway, we'll see some
I
more.
had someone transition at the age of 50, and she had a bald spot on the back of her head, which was this big. After being on hormones and blockers and using over-the-counter hair loss prevention products, that bald spot filled in completely. However, that hair has a slightly different texture, but it is filled in, and it is gradually becoming more and more like the hair on the rest of her head.
I'll just come in here about what she's saying. So about hair loss and about when you're trans, when you're on hormones. Let me just put on a bigger screen while I'm talking, because I'm talking to you here. The thing about hair, there isn't. It doesn't mean if you've lost your hair, it doesn't mean that if you take hormones and you transition that your hair will grow back. Okay, unfortunately, that is one of the things that's just true about transitioning. She said it filled in. Yes, that is possible. Like, was my hair as good as it is now before I transitioned, before I started taking hormones and blockers? No, it has improved since I took hormones, but I'm going to say that it doesn't mean your hair will actually grow back. It doesn't like repair if there's a lot of damage. It doesn't do that. Oh, hello, Kirsty. Nice to see you here tonight. Thank you for joining. Really good to see you. Thank you. So yeah, so your hair doesn't necessarily grow back, but it can be more healthier. It can grow longer. It can. There's a lot of benefits anyway. I mean, like myself, I do take some supplements as well to improve the growth over the counter supplements. But I would say that there is so much stuff that you can have done now. Like I've seen men who've gone bald and had their hair completely repaired. So I know that's obviously if you can afford surgery like that, but they can repair hair loss now to a much greater extent than they could before. So even if you've lost a lot of hair and then you transition and you're worried like I haven't got full head of hair, there's a lot that they can do now. Unfortunately, yes, you would probably need to save up for the surgical procedures that they do, but they can replace hair on your head. So it is possible now. But hormones, I don't know, it affects people in different ways. For me personally, a little bit better growth, a little bit better quality of hair, but only a little bit. I mean, my hair was fine anyway. I wasn't going bald or anything like that. I wasn't losing any hair. But both, I have two brothers, and one of my brothers has lost a lot of hair already on his head, and the other one is starting to lose some hair now. And I obviously haven't lost any hair. So I guess now I'm on hormones, I don't have to worry about that in that sense. So there's some pluses with it, with the hair situation. But I just want to make it clear that it's not a magic pill. You don't take hormones and all of a sudden you're going to have really long hair and it's going to all grow back. But it can improve a little bit.
For people with a receding hairline, the hair at the front of your head, from what I see, this doesn't come back to its full
Exactly,
extent. Yeah. Some comes back, but it's thin and it's fine. However, this doesn't mean you can't get clip-in bangs, which match the hair on your head, or extensions specific to that spot. And there are also hairstyles that can hide your hairline, which you can try. If you are not ready to transition, start anti-androgens to slow down your hair loss. Again, loss of hair on your head is not a reason to not transition. It's an excuse. I'm too tall. I have a female who was, prior to starting testosterone blockers and hormones, 6'7" tall or 200 centimeters tall. I am not making this up. She is now under 6'5" or 195 centimeters. I have yet to meet anyone who transitions from male to female who does not shrink in height. In addition, if you are shorter than her, and you probably are, then you are not too tall to transition.
Well, again, the thing about your height for me, well, how tall are models? Models are tall, aren't they? So I won't worry too much about your height. You like, if you're thinking about transitioning or, you're trans, I won't be concerned too much about your height anyway. Like she says, you can actually see like you can lose height in the sense you could be taller before and then you could actually go smaller. Yeah, that's true. You probably find that I found like my feet went smaller. That was another thing. Let's see what you're saying here. Shrinking in height. Is she joking? Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. My own personal experiences. I haven't really noticed that much height loss. If we're gonna use that, I definitely noticed my feet get smaller. That's something I noticed because I ended up having to smaller shoes, so I noticed that. I'll be fair with you. I found this video. I don't know how precise this woman is. Based on what I'm saying is, I think like some hormones can do certain things, but I don't think like if you're 6 foot, what was it, 4 or something, I don't expect to be like shrinking in height to like 6 foot or lower than 6 foot. It's not going to happen. You're not going to lose inches. I could understand you might lose some muscle, and that would make you smaller, but I'm not sure about your actual height. But you will see. I mean, I noticed my feet get smaller. That's one I definitely noticed.
I have many girls who are very tall, and prior to transitioning, they tell me that they notice all these shorter women around them. But after they are full-time living as themselves publicly, they notice other tall women like them. They were always there, but never noticed them.
I mean, I notice now that a lot of younger women, today tend to be taller. And I'll tell you something that I've noticed as well about, about living as a woman and stuff. Before I transitioned, I thought, oh, am I too tall? Am I too tall? I mean, I'm about 5'10", okay, and I was thinking like, am I too tall? Am I too tall? And then I looked at like models to see how tall the models were, and they were like models my size or taller. So I was like, okay, so female models tend to be taller than me or around my height. And then when I transitioned, I started to notice there was loads of women that were taller than me, you know? Just a lot, especially a lot of younger women seem to be taller nowadays. They're like really, really growing. They get quite tall. And, you know, yes, you're always going to feel like, oh, I'm taller than a lot of these other cis women or whatever. But the thing is, even when I go, especially when I go like to Thailand and stuff like that, because I'm taller than Thai women. They don't. I pass really well because they see all the women from Western countries and they are tall. They're all taller than them, so they get used to it. So they just think that yeah, foreign women are taller. So you blend in. But I mean, was it a little? Something went through my mind before I transitioned. Yes, but once I transitioned, it was never an issue. So that's me, 6'4". I'm a big and okay. So what it's like then, Kirsty, to be like 6'4" and how to deal with that with height. I mean, obviously you have your own feelings about your height and stuff. But I mean, for me, it became less and less an issue once I transitioned. At first, I thought about it, but now I just don't think about it all. Or as I say, 5'16". Oh, I see. Well, yeah, I mean, wherever you feel, whatever you feel. I mean, of course, there's going to be a lot of trans girls that are tall and a lot of the cis women, but there's cis women that are 6 foot plus. So height is just part of it. It's definitely not a reason not to be who you are to transition. Let me. I nearly turned the page off. Then I was going back to this one. Okay. Let's see what else I got to say.
Some women are tall, and you may be one of them. And oh, by the way, The woman who I told you about, who is that tall, she wears high heels and she looks so good in them. So don't allow your height to stop you from transitioning or wearing what you want to wear. Your height, whatever it may be, is not a reason to not transition. It's an excuse.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'll add to that is I do wear heels, and obviously then I can get up to 6 foot plus. But I tend to wear trainers or flats a lot of the time. But I just feel comfortable that way. You know, sometimes with heels, I only really do it if I'm going on a night out or something. But I actually prefer wearing flats, so that's just my preference.
I'm too muscular. Everyone who goes on anti-androgens will lose muscle mass. So if you find that you still are bulky, then you can begin doing yoga or Pilates, and this will make your muscles long and lean. Do yoga for more than 30 minutes, 3 times a week for at least a year, and then have a look at your body. You can start this now even and continue over the course of your life, and who knows how you're going to look in the long run. People will always vary based on their genetics, but you can still influence this to some degree. Having a muscular build is not a reason to not transition. It's an excuse.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done yoga myself. Oh, 1 minute. So this to say heels are not a thing. Oh, okay. Heels are not a thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't really wear them that often nowadays. Um, but yeah, I mean, just see how, you know, it depends how you feel in it. Um, but yeah, and I mean, they can be they can be hard work to wear them, to be honest with you, a lot of time. Um, but like she was saying there, which I just forgot what she was saying because I got distracted. What was she saying? 1 minute. She said, "Oh, about your body shape." Yeah, that was it. So yeah, I mean, like muscles and things. Well, most of my muscles, I wasn't particularly small in that side. I had strength and everything before I transitioned, but it just seemed to have just dropped off over the last 6 years. And I used to kind of do a lot of like I used to go to the gym quite often and I would do exercises where I guess I did try to increase my muscle strength and that lot because I mean it was just a thing I did. I still enjoy that to be honest with you, but I don't do it as much, and I find that I don't have that ability to increase my strength or get like bigger muscles. So it kind of once I started taking hormones, it all kind of just dropped off me anyway. A lot of them the mass. Well, Rachel, you are beautiful as you are. Well, thank you. Well, I mean, this is how I am, how I am now, you know. But I mean, like, I don't have like big muscles or like that because it just kind of, it just doesn't work. You know, I don't get it now. You know, now I've transitioned. It just doesn't happen.
I'm too hairy. I have hair all over my body. This problem solves itself due to the power of anti-androgens and hormones. I have multiple clients with hair everywhere on their hands and their knuckles, inside of their arms, just all over when they started. These women, they started their hormone replacement therapy and maintained a regular grooming regimen until one day they no longer needed to do so. By the 3rd year of being on hormones and blockers for all of these women, the hair was just completely gone on its own. They had a few random hairs here and there, which they removed with tweezers, but not very many. So having body hair, even a lot of it, is not a reason to not transition.
Okay, I mean, on the body hair issue, oh, 1 minute, I just deal. Uh, oh, hello, Clissa. Hello, nice to see you here tonight. Honestly, I feel so much smaller now compared to before HRT. Yeah, me too. Lost, yeah. So you feel it. Well, I mean, that's what it does, doesn't it? I mean, if you're taking your hormones and everything, it should drop off. It's just a natural thing, unless you're like you know, bodybuilder or something, then I guess it wouldn't. I don't know. um, anyway, so she was saying about hair and things like that. All I can say at the moment about that is, well, me personally, I'm gonna put a big screen while I'm talking. Me personally, like I think you can tell, I don't really have a lot of hair on my body. Um, Before I transitioned, I did have hair. I had a lot more hair, and I think that hormones and anti uh puberty blockers or whatever, they do it does stop you from having the same hair growth and stuff. And I lost a lot of hair just by taking hormones. And then I also did a lot with like my body hair to get rid of it. I had a regime where I would remove it, and it's worked really well for me. And I guess now I don't really bother too much. Occasionally, I have to, there's a bit of hair growth somewhere, and I'll sort it out. I'll get rid of it. I mean, like for most trans women, I think any of you out there, you'll know what I'm saying. Is no with facial hair. If you're older, obviously, if you transition at a younger age, you won't have that. But I had it, and I had facial hair, and that was the thing that wouldn't really go. But I ended up having like laser therapy, and I ended up having it all lasered out and all that stuff. Very painful. Used to go often. I don't even go now. I don't even do it at the moment. But I still feel like I need to go back because I sometimes get a little bit of growth. So I feel like I'm gonna have to. But it's very light. When I get hairs, it's very light, and I can manage it very easily. But I had to go pay for like loads of laser on my face and stuff. So I mean, hair does reduce, but on your face, not so much.
It's an excuse. Over and over, I have clients start out saying that they can't transition due to some aspect of their appearance. They are worried about what they will look like and fear they won't look right on the other side. I have to tell you what these same women say when they are on the other side. They say they are happier and they don't care about what other people think, at least not as much as they did prior to their transition. The goal of your transition should not be about becoming some sort of beauty queen. At the same time that I want to recognize people who have dysphoria and they need to remedy it, and therefore their appearance must change. We have a beauty-oriented society, and I do not want to endorse cis-normative images. These are the worries which are presented to me, which is why I covered them.
Yeah, I mean, like she said it at the beginning about that, and I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, it's we are a society. We do have social or stereotypes of what we class as beauty, and I guess even in our minds, we have what we class as beauty. But I think the main thing is, and I mean, I feel this way by transitioning, by doing everything that I mean, did I go with the impression at the beginning I had to be a certain way? Yes, I did. Of course, I wanted to be beautiful. Of course, I wanted all these things, but it's not. I mean, my advice to anybody is it shouldn't be that. You need to kind of get that out of your mind because, like, where I am now, I'm really comfortable to just be me now. And I feel like if someone tries to say something, oh, I think Rachel, this don't look right on Rachel, or this isn't right. I always think to myself, none of this matters because I don't care. I'm happy who I am. This is me. And if I don't fit someone's stereotype of what is beautiful, it doesn't bother me because I don't care about what they think anyway. I just care about how I feel as myself. And I'm the most happiest I've ever been. So for me, I don't need to do anything to make someone else happier because I'm happy being myself. Um, and so, yeah, there's always going to be these stereotypes, and you're always going to be judged, and people are going to say, "Oh, you don't hit you're not the most beautiful trans girl," or you know, whatever. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because you just got to be happy with yourself. And once you know you're happy with yourself, that's all that matters.
I want to give you something else to consider. The trans woman out there who may not be passable but is in public nevertheless is likely to find herself happier than the woman who is not out. Your focus should be on being happier and finding peace within yourself because that is what matters. Remember, anytime you find
I mean, just before I move on there, what she said there was absolutely right. At the end of the day, the trans woman who's out in public, who maybe not super passable or whatever, is more happier than the trans woman that's hiding, who's not being herself. So at the end of the day, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the one that's out there enjoying life, being yourself, happy, or do you want to be the trans woman that never comes out, just hides, pretends to be a man? You don't want that. It's better to be who you are. And like I said, I don't. I mean, I'm one of those people who doesn't see like that. I know we do have stereotypes, but for me, I don't see it like that. I think that we're all, um, we should all respect each other. Oh, 1 minute, something there. What's that? Calissa. Oh, thank you, Calissa. Thank you. That was super chat? Yeah. Well, thank you. I'll add that to the what is it? The thing tonight. The bar for the thing. So thank you so much for that tonight. 1 minute. Let me add that to there. But yeah, no, like I said, I mean, I just think that like being trans, it's kind of like, I mean, I don't really think about beauty the same as I did. You know, once upon a time, I was really kind of bothered about it and really focused on it. And I guess as before I transitioned, I was the same. But now I'm not like that. I don't. I think everybody's individuals. We're all different, and I think this stereotypical view of whatever beauty is just a load of nonsense, to be honest with you. Because different societies have different ideas of beauty. You know, you go to different countries and they see what they class as beautiful. You know, it's all different. Oh, hi, Janice. Nice to see you here tonight. Thank you for being here. Kirsty, much happier. Got too comfortable, to be honest, and went to see the bit. Remedying it that now, middle age, weight is always a problem. Oh, I know what you mean. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know I look well, I'm slim, but but I do spend a lot of time on it. It ends up being like a full-time thing, you know. But I mean, I like to eat healthy. I think I've said that to you before. Okay, I think that's showing up on the bar now. But yeah, it's like a full-time thing, isn't it? You know, the way we have to live. Um, okay, towards the end of pretending to be male, where we're the worst. Yeah, yeah, agree. And I think that's where you come to that point, don't you? Where you look in the mirror. I mean, that's what I did. I looked in the mirror and I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I said, I got to be myself. And when I actually made that decision, I just transitioned, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. We'll just finish this video off, see what she says, and then we'll move on.
Find yourself worrying about your appearance, remind yourself that you don't know what you will look like. I hope you can recognize where you are making excuses to avoid your transition. And I hope this video helps you get past them and so that they no longer stand in your way. If you found this video helpful.
Right, perfect. Well, thank you so much for that. There. Let's move on. Oh, okay. So yeah, I thought I'd just start with that video because I came on. I know I came on earlier than I said I was going to come on tonight, and I wanted to really get into something. So that was just a video about making excuses not to transition. And I mean, I think I mean, there was a few things in that video that I kind of could relate to. That I kind of said to myself, "Hey, maybe I'm not going to transition because I'm too tall. Maybe not going to transition because I won't be the most beautiful trans woman. Maybe I'm not going to transition because well, I never said about losing hair because I wasn't losing hair, but." Or too late to transition. I mean, even though I my transition. I mean, I always felt like I could have transitioned earlier. I always feel like that, even though I shouldn't really feel like that. Anyway, well, it's good to see you all here tonight. There's been a few people in the chatting, so thank you for being here. It always means a lot to me, and feel free to ask me any questions or talk about whatever you want to talk about, because that's normally what we do. That's normally what we do in these live shows. I'd like to say thank you for Clarissa there. Yeah, you can send donations either by super chats, super stickers. They're normally on the YouTube platform. Or if you prefer, you can do buy me a coffee as well, and that works as well. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. I don't know what's happening with donation bar. It likes to go on and off with its donations. I mean, I did add the donation, but for some reason it's gone off again, but it'll come back. If we do get up to the goal tonight, which is there it is. It's come back now. If we get up to the £25 donation goal tonight, I will tell you a secret. But if we don't, it's fine. And every time we get a donation, I will always spin the wheel and we'll watch more videos. But it's entirely up to all of you out there. If you want to donate, it's welcome. It's very welcome. But if not, it's up to you. I will add though. I know there's a few of you tonight that are not channel supporters or community members. If you'd like to join our community, we do have. You can become a channel supporter. Channel supporter is just £1 per month. You know what I'll do is I will put the link. In the chat now, because that's the easiest way for me. Even though you can look underneath this video and you'll see the actual links, but it's easier if I just show it in chat. So if I share this one, bear with me 1 minute. seems easy to do, and then when I'm clicking on it, it won't click on properly. Okay. So yeah, I'll just put in I can put everything in the chats here. So yeah, this link I've put here, this is the link you can use if you want to become a channel supporter on the channel. So basically, if you do that, it's just £1, and what you'll get is you'll get access to our live show every Sunday, and you'll also be part of the channel community, which is a lot of people are joining that. So please become part of that, and you also get access to our Discord, which 1 minute I'm going to give you the link for that as well. And we get like a private chat area in the Discord, and there's a few people there now who can basically like they talk about trans stuff and trans issues and can be quite helpful as well. So yeah, this is the Discord link underneath. So even if you're not a member, join that Discord, because you can join it anyway. It's free, but obviously it's better if you become a member, because then you get access to the members only area. Bread and wheat products are the worst. Oh, tell me about it. Yeah, for weight. Yeah, completely agree. Fruit juice is just a glass of natural sugar. Yeah. Pity is I like both, but sacrifices must be made. Yes, completely agree there, Kirsty. Yeah. I'm the same. I don't really drink so much juice nowadays. Like occasionally I might have a glass of juice, but I'm the same. I don't really drink the juice as much because, like you said, it's sugar, isn't it? And same with bread. I love bread. I really love bread. When I go to Paris, I'll always like buy baguettes. I like to buy the baguettes in Paris and stuff. And I love the bread in Paris, and croissants. Oh, I love it. But and I'll have it with jam as well, which is full of sugar as well. So but I'm the same. I try to avoid it now because, like you said, yeah, croissant. Even like in Paris, like the pain au chocolat. Oh, beautiful. I love it. I really when I go to France, I normally go to like Montmartre, and I'll go to there's a boulangerie near where I like to stay, and and there's a bread shop there, and I love it, really do. I mean, it's not the only one. I go to a few, but it's one I've been going to for a few years when I've gone to Paris, and I love it. But I kind of accept when I go there. I say, okay, I'm going to get fat for a bit. I'm going to eat what I want, get a little bit fat, and then when I go back to the UK, then I'll be like, So if next time I go to Paris, I will record it. I'm going to blog next time I go, because I've been meaning to do some blogging, and I thought, next time I go to Paris, I will blog it. So I will film going in. Although probably won't be happy with me filming, but anyway, and because places don't like you filming. But I'll be saying, hey, if you come to Paris, come here. come eat bread here. But yeah, I'm really bad for bread. I mean, I when I'm dieting, I definitely stop eating the bread completely. Yeah, that's a big one. That yeah, definitely will make you fat. Yeah. So yeah, no, you're good. If you do that, Kirsty, yeah, if you can stay off the bread, can stay off the juice, then it'll definitely help. Bread, you'll lose weight anyway if you just cut that out. Anything with wheat products. It's same if you eat like potatoes and things like that as well, because that's potatoes. Anything like any carbohydrate like that. If you cut it down, you'll definitely you'll see the weight just drop off. Yeah. So where was I at? Oh yeah. So just talking about the membership thing. Yeah. So we also have a thing called community membership now. It's a little bit more money. But I'll explain what that is. Basically, community membership is now I'm doing some extra videos per week, which is a thing called Movie Club, and I do another thing called YouTube Watch. So basically, Movie Club is like I watch. It's kind of like movies and documentaries. It's not just movies, but I watch through them and I chat with you. Well, eventually they're going to be live, but at the moment they're not live, and I just kind of talk about the film, and we watch different films, normally trans-related, LGBTQ plus type of film. And then I also do like the YouTube Watch, and the YouTube Watch is like long videos, but I talk more about them. We have a bit more of a discussion. I'd love for you to all, if you're a channel member, if you consider maybe having a look at that possibility of becoming a community member. It's up to you, but I'd love to have you guys there, because I mean, I'm making these videos. I love to share them with you all. Anyway, but it's up to you. And like I say, I put the links everywhere anyway. They should be on here anyway. But it's up to you guys. So we got a donation from Calissa. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel again. Okay. Yeah, so let's spin the wheel again, and then we can see what video we can have. Let me just change to this. Yeah. And then we don't want this one on because we just watched that. Okay, we're going to spin the wheel. Let me, there we go. We're going to remove that one because that's the one we got. Okay, and you might notice that I have the Halloween theme on everything. I am going to watch one Halloween film tonight. No, Halloween film? Not going to watch a Halloween film. I'm not watching I'm going to watch a video that's related to Halloween because, as you can see, I've got 31 days of Halloween. I mean, I'm trying to keep it very themed to Halloween because I'm kind of getting excited for Halloween this year. I'm in the mood for Halloween. And I do plan on the 31st. If any of you are on YouTube, you've got some free time, please pop by because I'm going to try and do a Halloween special on that day. So I hope you can join us on that day. So if you're about, please consider coming to the channel on Halloween and watch the show. I don't know what's happening with my video. It looks like it's slowing down a bit. I hope it's not slowing down for you guys. Okay, let's spin the wheel. Oh, help if I actually had it on. Okay. Okay. Life as a transgender woman. Right. Okay. Now, let me find this video for us. I don't remember any of them called being life as a transgender woman, but we'll see if we can find it. I don't recall any videos called that. I think I've got too many videos because I put loads of videos in here. Now I find like I've got a mountain of videos to go through. Life as a transgender woman. Where's that then? Bear with me while I'm just looking for this video. Do you know, I can't see this. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, well, yeah. There is a video called Life as a Transgender Woman. I have no idea what this is about. I don't remember adding this one. Okay, well, here it is. Let me share it with you. So, yeah, let's have a watch of this video. And feel free to comment. Let me know what you think, your opinions about the video. And we'll see what all this is about.
I used to shower at night when I was a boy, but when I went full time, I switched to morning because of the hair thing. Isn't it pretty?
Let's go back a little bit. I should really read that, shouldn't I? Okay, so we got here. Gender dysphoria, a state of emotional distress caused by the gender someone was designated at birth and how it conflicts with their gender identity. Yeah, so I mean, I've suffered from this. I'm sure you may have felt the same way. I think most trans people do.
Isn't it pretty? That right there is my mommy. That is my mommy. She's been very supportive. And my father, I would prefer not to talk about.
Ooh, moment. I like to see what these say. So 50% of trans and gender non-conforming people report family rejection. Yeah, you know, you tell me about your own personal experience if you want to in the comments. For me personally, I was very fortunate. I didn't have any rejection from my family, and I don't know. I just didn't. But was I worried about this? Yes, because as you can see, 57%, 50%, so nearly half. Sorry, more than half reject. So it's actually it's under 50%. There's like 43% of families not rejecting. So the majority do reject their children, which is very, very sad to see something like that.
So that's me and my dog Speedy. I miss Speedy. He was such a good dog. This is the best Star Trek series, DS9. This is the vinyl version for the Smile Session. It's one of the best albums. You remember such a small percentage of the dreams that you have, especially those from your early childhood, but I remember this one clearly. I was on board the Enterprise D, and there was this transporter accident. And I had switched bodies with a female classmate of mine in the 2nd grade. And instead of, being freaked out about it, I was kind of content with it. I was happy with it. That was the
Okay, so she's obviously very into Star Trek, which is cool. Yeah, I fully let me see what Janice. I fully suspend myself from family before coming out to myself. Okay, well, I mean, it depends on families, doesn't it? Like, I mean, unfortunately, there is people out there that, I mean, to be honest, I honestly believe that it's to do with education, and I do think that like some families, they just, they're your parents, they don't know much about transgender people, so when it actually they find out their child is trans, they don't know how to deal with it. And that's why education is so important, because imagine if you teach young people now about trans people, about LGBTQ plus people, when they become parents and then maybe they find out, oh, my I have a trans child, they can deal with it much more easier, instead of having, like, you think about it now, look at how things are in America. Look at what like Trump and his guys are talking about now. There's going to be many people go, yeah, I agree with Trump. Okay, that being trans for some reason is a bad thing. So when they find out they have a trans child, they react angry about having a trans child. And that's why it's so important that people in certain positions shouldn't do these kind of things. Like J.K. Rowling spreading mistruths about trans people. She has so much power that she shouldn't do that. Like, she can say, oh, well, I'm doing it because I support women. Okay, whatever. But by what you're doing is you're teaching people so that if they have trans children or they meet transgender people, they will be nasty to them because you have taught them to be that way. You've said that we don't exist. You said that we've got mental illnesses. Things like that has a knock-on effect. You have a responsibility when you're in a position. They might argue. They might say, well, look, why can't I say what I feel? That's what I feel. Why can't I say it? It's like, you have a responsibility not to do things like that. You shouldn't do that. Thank you, Jade. Oh, thank you so much. That's £3, isn't it? Thank you so much. Oh, that should go straight to the donation bar. Let me just make sure it's going on, because my donation thing is not as good as it used to be. Okay, it's coming on. Perfect. It should work out. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Jade. Let me just do comments while I'll stop here, because I know a few of you are making some comments. Oh, you said that. Okay, it was difficult. Yeah, transitioning. Yeah, difficult time. Well, I mean, it was difficult for me as well, but I didn't have to worry about my family. That was one of the big benefits for me. Oh, so hello, Jade. It's good to see you here tonight. I'm glad to see you. And thank you so much for that donation. We'll definitely spin the wheel another time. You never know. We might get up to the goal tonight. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We might get up there. If we do, I will be sharing more secrets. We did get to the goal the last show, by the way, everybody. We did actually get to it. It was on a Sunday, but that was only for channel members. Yeah, evening, yes. Let me see. My family is cool with my transition. Oh, well, that's good. Well, that's what I say. It's good if your family's supportive. That's really great, because I mean, that's, a lot. Obviously, most people, the families are. That's the sad fact. But I think it is to do with it, like I've just said, like it's to do with education at school, and it's to do with how people in society treat trans people. And people people can be angry about J.K. Rowling because she has a responsibility with such a big following, and spreading mistruths all the time, what she's been doing, is really damaging to society. Good evening, Gabby. I'll just let you know, I know you became a channel supporter as well, Gabby. If you join the Discord, you have access to the members only chat group. So if you want to join, you're welcome to. The Discord link I've put it in chat here, but if not, it's underneath this video. Just if you want to join, and then let me know, because then I can add you to the group. So thank you for joining that as well. And anybody else who'd like to join the group, like I said, the links are below the video, or I've put some links in chat already. So feel free to join if you'd like. Okay, let's watch a little bit more of this video. Okay, so yeah, she said she was a big fan of Star Trek, and she'd had this kind of dream or something that she'd been on the transporter, and she'd come back as female. Yes, I think that's what she was saying. So let's see what she says.
First instance of what was going on.
Oh, sorry. I'll pause that. Okay, a 2015 study by the University of Washington found trans children as young as 5 identifying with their gender identity as quickly and consistently as non-trans kids. Yeah, I mean, I've heard this quite a few times since I've been doing these live shows. I've been covering a lot more videos, and I've been hearing a lot more statistics, and obviously I've been able to speak with other trans people here on the channel, and obviously see what they've talked about in these videos. And this comes up a lot. A lot of trans people do identify at a young age with who they are. So having trans education in schools at a young age actually makes complete sense, because you've got transgender children there who don't know what it is to be trans. And it's better really them getting the education in schools than actually having to go on the internet and trying to find out, because, the internet isn't always the most reliable source. Yes, I've got this channel here and I'm trying to do that with this channel, but I still think that education in schools would be my preferred option for everybody, because at least that is structured and they can learn exactly what it means to be transgender. Whereas, a lot of kids now have to just kind of search online and see what comes up, and see, they might get some good information from some people, but they might also get the wrong information from some people. So it just shows you, doesn't it? Like, it's important that we have trans education.
From coming out to getting hormones to wondering if you'll get the surgeries that you need, finding employment, what other people will think. It's all hard, and I'm not going to be here forever, because I have one last thing I need to do for my transition, and I need to be around family and friends to take that last step. My mom has been so supportive. She's just been complete. I am her kid first. It would be so much more difficult without family support. Maybe near impossible.
Okay, so let me see what it says here. So 46% of trans men and 42% of trans women have attempted suicide at some point in their lives, compared to 4.6% of general population. Yeah. Well, that doesn't surprise me at all. That, I mean, how many times have we heard this in even, well, not so much in the news. I was going to say in the media. You don't really hear it that much, to be honest with you. You normally hear it when you search for it and you actually learn about what's happening. But is it a regular occurrence? I mean, if you search trans news and you pay attention to that segment, which is something I do, many times I hear about suicides and stuff about trans people who've committed suicide, and it happens quite often. I mean, my only advice with that is, it does get better. It does get better. I know it might be hard for some people out there, and you sometimes feel like, oh, it's never going to get better, but it will. And there's a lot of people who, I mean, myself included, who we support other trans people. Like, we care about other trans people, because we know this is hard. And I think that maybe you might not be in the right place with some people, and you might not feel like you've got that connection, but there is people in this world who share the same opinions. And I mean, I know this isn't the best way, saying, oh, you can speak with each other online, but it is one way of communicating with other trans people. And, hopefully in the future, like-minded people, you can get together and you can meet people the same who feel the same, and you feel more safer and more accepted in that community. Which, I mean, of course, for me, any trans person that comes to me on here on this channel and wants to talk with me, of course, I always give them time. because yeah, we do need to support each other because it can be hard. And yeah, when you see statistics like this, it's not nice to see this, but it is, unfortunately, it's true. Never did that. I made up my mind and made an appointment with Russell Reed. Okay, yeah. Well, this is the thing. We all have to like make a decision when we, about transition and stuff. For me, transitioning was kind of. It took me a while to actually. It took me a while to think about, what I was going to do, and then once I did it, yeah, I went straight ahead, and I became who I am today. Sorry, I missed these comments. Janice, my family forbade me knowing I had to discover online. Yeah. Well. To be honest with you, Janice, I think most families do. I think most families, because they either haven't had the education themselves or they're not going to teach you about it. It's like a lot of people, they don't want education about gay and lesbian people in schools. So when it comes to trans people, they're not going to want that. They don't want you to learn about it. But we do have the internet now. Look, like for example, this video now, I'm live on here. Anyone in the world can access this video more or less. Not well, I guess not all over the world. So if you're in North Korea, you can't access this video. But most countries and most places could access this video. So they could come here, they could type a comment in here and ask me a question. So it's very easy for any trans person in the world to gather information if they want it. But its first thing is knowing what you are. And, if you've been told all your life that trans people are bad and trans people are an ideology and trans people are a mental illness, then if you're trans, you feel like, oh, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be mental illness and being an ideology. I don't want that. I don't want that, because that's what you would think, wouldn't you? But the truth is, it's not that. there is no any of this stuff that they talk about on X and on these websites and what they're saying in the American government. None of this is true. It's all lies. We're not like that. I just think of the girl looking at the view on Twitter. Oh, you mean like just looking on the Twitter feeds? I wouldn't advise anybody to go look at Twitter if they can. I do pop in there a few times now just to see what they're saying. And every time I go in there, I just find hate. There is a way you could get through Twitter. It's like every time you see someone spreading hate on there, you could just block that account. So you could go on Twitter and just keep blocking accounts. But I think there's just so many. Like if you went there, and you just like, okay, this person's like anti-trans, I'm going to block them, and then move on to the next one and go, I'm going to block them. You could do that, but you'd be there all day trying to block accounts. And the guy that manages, the guy who owns it or whatever, he's the biggest transphobe on there, isn't he? It's like it's just like anti-trans everything on that stupid place. I wouldn't advise anyone for their health, don't go on there. For your health, don't go on there. Okay, I will always give support to anyone to just ask. Thank you, Jade. And like I said, if you haven't joined the Discord, if you're on this channel now, if you're watching this video and you've not joined the Discord, it's free. You don't need to become a member to join the Discord. You can join the Discord, and there's lots of people there on the Discord who can give advice and help and support. So I definitely suggest anybody who's out there, if you're here and you want that, please, and if you are a channel member or a community member, please consider joining, because you've got that. You being a member, you get the private chat. So if you want to say something more privately with more like-minded people, we have the private chat. And what I mean by that is, obviously, if you do it in the public area, of course, I'm saying to people they can join. So anybody can join the public area, which means, yes, you could have someone join that who maybe isn't, could be anybody, because I can't vet every single person that comes in. But the good thing is, if somebody comes in and you become a channel member and you go in the channel member private section, that is private, and everybody in that group is like-minded. Okay, so I'm just saying that's the advantage of that, but it's up to you. Oh, yes, to say good evening to everybody. Yeah, I'm saying sorry. I'm taking all your good evenings here. Okay, so Twitter is Elon Musk's mind. Well, yes, it's. I mean, I can't believe how bad that site has got. I mean, I never really used it like seriously. I've always dipped in and out of it over the years, and just recently, because I do these shows and I do videos, and sometimes I think, there might be something of information in there, and a lot of the people that I like, they all have these accounts there. They have the Twitter accounts and stuff. But I wish they wouldn't. I wish they'd go to that Blue Sky instead and be on there and tweet from there, because I just feel like, you have to go through all the nastiness to get to anything, because there is people on there that are good people, but you have to kind of go through all the mess to get there. And then the comments for these people, like I'll find something, I think, oh, this is a really nice thing they've said, like India Willoughby, I saw a tweet that she made, and I was like, oh, I really agree with this, and I read the comments underneath, and they were all toxic, loads of toxic comments. I just thought, oh no, I couldn't be like a Twitter person, it's awful. So no, I wouldn't advise anyone going there for your health. Go to Blue Sky. It's a lot better. Okay, let's carry on with this.
Surf's Up is about it's a song about a man coming.
I have to be careful. I want to hear what she says, but I don't want the music to, because that is definitely copyrighted, and that would really mess up the channel.
To realize that the only way to achieve real happiness, the only way to be really happy, is to have childhood innocence, is to have that childhood innocence. And once
Okay, I didn't know that. If any of you know out there, is that true? Okay, fair enough.
you lose that, and because you can't, get that type of innocence back, that's where the whole tragedy of the song comes from.
Okay, I didn't know that, but thanks for sharing that. I didn't know.
I think that you might be connecting some of the lyrics to your experience.
I love kids. I love interacting with kids, but when I
Just check one thing. Is because sometimes you can tell when you have a look at what it's got. 9 transgender people. So sometimes if it's been copyrighted on it, it'll come up here, but it doesn't come up the song. So songs are really, on YouTube, if you even play a little bit, sometimes they show up in your copyrights. Very annoying.
usually see little girls, I kind of look at them with envy, because I'll never be a little girl, and I was never a teenage girl.
Okay, I don't know. Do any of you out there feel like that? You see like young little girls and feel that way? I must admit, I don't think I've ever felt like that, to be honest with you. That's not something that, look, we're not all the same. We don't share the same things. I don't really look at young girls and think, oh, I wish I like that. I did obviously when I was younger, when I was at school, I did feel kind of jealous of other girls in class. She looks younger than I am. But I never really had that kind of thing. But I did feel like when I was at school, I was kind of jealous of them. I did feel like I wish I could have been, and I did at school, definitely 100%. The other girls in class, I did feel jealous that they could come to school and be a girl, whereas I, couldn't be. And I wanted to dress like them. I wanted to be in their groups. I wanted to be with them more than the boys' groups. That's what I wanted. So I had that when I was young. Now, not so much. I would not want to be. I won't want that at all, to be honest with you now.
I can't be a little girl.
I'm guessing she's in her early 20s or something like that. So, if that. So maybe, she's not that far out from when she was at school. So, her life, her memories, majority probably were in school. That's all she'll have as a memory. That's not my only memories. It's actually a long time ago since I was at school.
I can't be a teenager. I feel like my high school years would have been so much better. My college years would have been so much better had I just, been born a girl.
I do agree with that. I wish I'd have transitioned at college, when I was studying. I wish I'd have done that after school. would have. I mean, I wish I'd have transitioned before. I mean, ideally, but I mean, 100%, I would have loved to have transitioned when I went to university and everything like that. Because I mean, I was away from home, and I just feel like I guess I do see like some young trans women in Leeds where I am now, and there's the universities and the colleges here, and I do notice that there's like you could tell they're just starting to transition, and I kind of think, yeah, I would have done it at that age. That would have been really fun to be transitioning at that age, or at least start. Maybe if I could have taken hormones through my puberty, and then while I was at school, maybe okay, I might not didn't want to get bullied, but as soon as I left school and I was, started to do more higher education, I think that I would have liked that.
A children's song.
Skip
And
that.
and if I had to give
Pretty sure that's gonna. I can't have that music on.
it all away to be born with a female body, I would give it all away. Am I going to look like an average girl? Am I going to, is transitioning going to turn out all right? Am I going to find a job? Am I going to, will I get all the surgeries that I think I need to get?
How long has it been that you've been like working towards that?
About 2 years and 9 months.
Well, I mean, is I mean, I don't know where she is now, or what's happening in her life at the moment, because obviously I think it was 11 years ago. But I mean, my advice for someone like her would be, look, you are young, so don't worry about it. You've got time. I know you got to save up money and stuff, and have all for if you want to have surgeries and things like this, but you do have time. I'd also say like, don't don't worry about like the fact that they say like being born a girl and stuff. Yeah, we all feel that way, but don't worry about that, because you're young and you're doing the right thing now. So as long as you know what you're doing, you're on that journey now, and you will get there eventually. You will get there. Let me see. I'll make sure I don't miss any comments as well. Oh, 1 minute. I've missed a comment. I always miss comments because they all come in like, okay. I know it's Charles. I'll come back to you, Charles. There was a graphic saying she was 23 during the video. Okay. So she's 23 years old. Yeah, so I mean, she's only just, I guess she's only kind of, what'd you say, 2 years or something like that. So I mean, of course, she's gonna her life, all her experience is school and education. So she's only knows that time. So she's gonna be envious of those times, because that's the only time she had. She's not gonna be, like what I'm thinking is like, oh, that was such a small part of my life. You know what I mean? But I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. I would have loved to gone to school as a girl. I would have loved that. I think most of us would have loved that. But I never look at things like that. I don't. I just say, no. Look, I'm living who I am now. I know this group. How helpful it is. Everyone so much and kindness. Yes, thank you, Charles. That's true. That's true. Thank you so much. Because I think we all have regrets. I wish I had done it 10 years earlier. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a common thing. I mean, a lot of us, we do feel like we'd have done, if we could have done it earlier. I do agree with that, Kirsty. I just mean that she in this video, this girl, she's 23 years old. I mean, it's a good age. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not the best. I wish again, that we could have the education when we're younger and everything available for us. But she's 23. She's gonna, she's got a life ahead of her. I wish I could have done it 50 years ago. Well, yeah. I know, Jade. I know what you're saying. I totally agree. I mean, look. I mean, I just wish that there was trans education in schools. There was the system was set up so if you knew you were trans, or you knew something that it could be. You could have that direction at a young age, and then you could start your transition, I guess, as young as we possibly is the ability to do it. And everything's correct, and everything's supervised, and you're looked after and given advice and the right direction to live your life. But unfortunately, that hasn't happened yet, and I don't expect it to happen in the UK or America in the next few years or so. I don't expect it, because I think that we've got a system that's unfortunately not doing is against us at the moment. But I do believe in the future it will be like that. I do believe in the future that we'll have systems in place where when people know that, I mean, they should be now. I think we already have a lot of the systems really already organized. We already know who trans people are. So it should already be in place. But I definitely think in the future it will be. And I think there'll be a lot of trans children who will just, when they just transition at a younger age and just be just normal. We won't even be talking about it much. But just like, oh yeah, like generally, I do believe that we'll just have a society where we just know that some people are trans, and it won't even be a thing. It won't be a thing. It'll just be like you just transition. So that's what the future I envisage, because I think it's just a pointless thing to be even discussing. Like, okay, we're trans. It's a big thing for us now and the world because the world hasn't educated itself enough yet. But in the future, I just think there'll just be trans people. You'll probably people will just realize that you're trans when you're young. You'll be offered all the healthcare in the correct format. People won't think out of it, and it will just be normal, just be a normal part of life. And trans people just transition at a young age, and we'll never even really talk about it. I mean, there'll be still people that will transition later in life, but the majority probably just transition when they're young, just be part of life. TACC has a page up detailing the health department's conclusions with anti-trans hate groups to systemize trans healthcare. Yeah, well, that's the problem right now, isn't it? It seems like we do know that in the UK, these anti-trans groups seem to infiltrate all the government systems and all the all the departments and stuff that's supposed to be supporting us. But England is known for that. Britain is known for that, not just England. Britain is known for this. We've already been pulled up by some human rights organizations and things throughout the world, and they're saying that England is sorry, I keep saying England. It's not England, it's Britain. It's not just England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Northern Ireland. We're failing in the world. We're embarrassing. We're an embarrassing country, and unfortunately, if other people in the UK don't realise what's going ahead and they start voting for these far right parties that seem to be getting so popular right now, we're going to have a problem in the future. And it's going to affect everybody. It's going to affect everybody. It's not going to just affect trans people. They're going to affect themselves, who are going to be worse off, and they're going to have to find no benefit in what the direction we're going. But yeah, for trans people, it's going to be. Well, it's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it, to be honest with you? But like I say, you can't get rid of us. Can't do all about us. We're still going to be here. Whatever laws they do, whatever they try to do, you can't erase trans people. So it's pointless. Because we're not just here in the UK. We're not just here in America. We're everywhere. We're throughout the world. Every country has trans people. And a lot of them are becoming more supportive of us. I will say night all. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Keep saying, well, thank you for being here, Charles. I mean, I say it means a lot to see you here. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, let's watch the end of this video anyway. Might as well go through most of it.
I don't have to wake up and be worried about something vague. That is where I will be through it.
Okay, I think that's everything on that, wasn't it? Okay, yeah. Okay, well, that was that lady's story. Let me put on here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I can't see a comment now. Oh, there you go. I appreciate you. You're very beautiful. Oh, well, thank you, Janice. Well, thank you for the compliment. It means a lot. But thank you for that. Thank you so much. Oh, good night, Charles. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can add much more to the video we just watched. It's just interesting to see what other, again, another trans woman, what she was going through. I'd love to know what she's doing now. These videos I find on YouTube, they're interesting to watch. I mean, I've never seen that. It's 11 years old, and there's plenty of videos like that, and I do keep finding them. And I find them quite interesting because it's interesting to see what another trans woman's going through and what her experience, and finding how similar some of the things that they say are. But to think, I'd be interested to see 11 years ago. I wonder what she's. So what is she now? Well, we say she was 23 or something. So she's like 34 now. So hopefully she's living her life and she's in a good place. I don't know if there's any comments underneath say like, hey, that's me 11 years ago. No, I don't think she's commented on anything like that. But it'd be interesting to know. Yeah, you don't get the updates, do you? You don't get the updates. That's the thing. That's the thing that leaves me a bit kind of, because I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're doing now. But you never know. Hey, if they see see this video, they might leave a comment and say, you want to know what I'm doing now? This is what I'm doing now. Because I'd be interested, I'd love to know more. But anyway. So anyway, I think Jade did a donation for the channel. Where are we at with the donations tonight? We're on £5. So if we make another £20 before the end of the show, I'll be honest, I think it'd be difficult. But if we did, there's a chance of sharing some secrets. And I'll be honest with you, if anybody just decides to become a channel member during the show, like I said, it's just £1. I will add that donation, that channel membership to the donation bar. So even if you just think, oh, you know what, I'll just put £1 in and I'll become a channel member for a month. Yeah, go ahead and do it, because I mean, I will add it to the donation bar tonight. Let me just check. I'll just see if anybody has actually done that. Sometimes people do. Nobody's done that today. Okay, doesn't matter. But if you do want to do it, if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I could become a channel member, just become a channel member, because that way I'll add that £1 on. What else was I going to say tonight? Well, I hope you all checked my new video out as well today. I did release a video today. I don't know how many views it's had. It's been a bit slow, to be honest with you. Normally they do a bit better than my main videos, because I have like my transgender talks. Normally they do a little bit better than normal, but this one's a bit slow. I guess maybe it's the subject matter. It's about it's called Can a Man Have a Baby? And I just basically talk about because there was I read the news recently, and there was a trans man in the news. Let me see. Yeah, there was a trans man in the news, and he got denied. He'd gone for his gender recognition certificate, and he got denied it because he got denied it because he said he wanted to conceive or something like that, and they basically denied him, which is a bit weird, because apparently they're not supposed to do that, but they did. Let me see if I can share on the page. So yeah, that's what kind of made me make the video. So if you're interested, so yeah, you can see the videos here. I mean, let me just be honest with you. Like my if you want to say what my like main videos that I released during the week and stuff like that, it's the transgender talk videos. So these are the transgender talk videos. These are the ones I spend a lot of time kind of writing and working on. Whereas the other videos I release are kind of clips from this show a lot of the time. So I would suggest, if you haven't seen it, I mean, at least check this one out. I thought it was interesting because obviously I'm a trans woman. I don't really cover as much with trans men, but I wanted to do this, and I also felt like it's quite valid, because people say that men can't have babies, and it's like, well, a trans man can have a baby. So I made this video, and just think that people are in society kind of negative about this, and I just think it's wrong. And then obviously you can see my other videos here. What is a woman? Whatever you feel. I mean, this is something I felt like writing and creating the video for. But yeah, all these are my I kind of like the more scripted and work on a bit more. So if you're interested in them, check them out. Transgender Talks. Yeah. So let me get back to the main. So I'll just share that with you there. I got a comment here. Okay, so this is Sophie Michelle, transgender woman. I am a woman. Oh yes, definitely. I have come Woman by the. So you are becoming a woman by the end of the year. So have you transitioned yet, Sophie? Have you made have you started to transition? You can let me know. It's feel free to let me know in the comments where you are at with your transition if you want to. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to move on. So anybody who wants to spin the wheel, like Jade has sent a donation, so I'm going to spin the wheel for Jade's donation. If you want to spin the wheel, feel free to do so. You can donate anything, as small as $1, £1 is absolutely fine, or whatever currency you have, and I will spin the wheel for you. And like I say, if we do get up to the goal, which is £25 tonight, I will tell you a secret. Okay, Janice, 1 year and almost 2 months. Oh, right. Is that since you started to transition? Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is it. Well, good for you. And you take hormones and everything. Yeah. I think most of us are on hormones, aren't we? We both got hormones. I do know in my first 2 years, I was so emotional. I got so emotional with hormones and stuff. But I don't have that problem now. Well, I don't know. I still cry. I cry over films and stuff. Normally films and some music, but I don't get as emotional as I did. I used to get really emotional. I don't have that problem now. It's good and bad. I like being emotional, but sometimes it can get me a bit too much. Okay, so let's spin the wheel. Oh, okay. A movie. Yeah, it's a short movie. It's not a movie. Yeah, this one's been on the wheel for a while, so I'm quite quite surprised to get this one. Yeah, because I just put when I find these videos, I put them on the wheel, and I just kind of like leave them there. And if they get hit on eventually, well, I'll cover them. It's this one here, isn't it? Okay. So I can't remember what this one's about because I mean I sometimes watch a little bit of these pre-show just to see myself. Okay, now I remember it, but I don't really I don't watch the full video just because. Okay, so this is this one. Movie Time to Get the Popcorn. Well, it's called they've called it I think they called it a transgender movie, but it's really short. I think it's from a TV show to be honest with you. I don't know what show it's from. Maybe if any of you recognize it, let me know. Calissa, I do a movie. I do a thing called Movie Club, just to let you know. It's not available on this channel. You have to join the community membership. But if you join the community membership, which you can join here via YouTube or you can do it via Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon. Those are the options. It's slightly cheaper on Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon if you want to join the community membership. And I do a movie club. I actually cover full movies in that. Just if you're interested. Okay, let's watch a little bit of this movie. Yeah, I can't do movies in the live shows because basically, if we did the movies, it would be the full live. We'd be just covering a full movie. And the reason I don't do that, it might be fun, but the reason I don't do that is because I think some people might not like that. So that's why I had to create the second with the community membership, because that way I can do it, which I enjoy doing. I enjoy doing movies, but also it's kind of like a place where if you like that, you've got it. And I do it every week. I got 2 extra videos a week. So you get a movie and you get a YouTube watch, but they're both really long, over an hour. So if you're interested in that, please consider joining up. Okay, let's watch this movie like this. I mean, when I was younger, when I was probably the same age as this person here, yes, I used to do this. I was on my own. I did. If I got the house to myself, this is what I did. Maybe not so much the bath. I wouldn't always sit in the bath and do that. I had limited time, but I would definitely, put makeup on and, very much enjoying their time alone with no one else in the house. I remember when I was younger, I liked to wear stockings and stuff like that, but I didn't have any, so it was like really difficult to, because I wanted to wear stockings more in the house, but I could never. My mum didn't have any, so I couldn't have any, not till I was older. If any of you've had this experience. Okay, yeah, the sound was completely gone off. I guess it doesn't have any sound in this one. I guess, I don't know when this was made, but I guess, now that we have the internet and access to the internet, you could probably buy a lot of your own lingerie and things like that and clothing. Something that I didn't have the opportunity when I was younger. So I had to make do with whatever was in my mother's wardrobe. Honestly, well, it wasn't really, I didn't used to go in a wardrobe, but she had old clothes that she didn't wear in a spare room, and that's where I used to get my clothes. But I wish I would have had access to the internet like I do now, because yes, the door's just gone. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced anything like this. I can relate to this, actually, to be honest with you. I have experienced this in my time. So okay, so I don't know if he's thinking that maybe, I'm guessing maybe he thinks his wife's bought this or something. But yeah, that's a nightmare. That'd be a right nightmare. That I've never been in this position. This never happened to me. I never got caught. But I can imagine. Obviously, thinks his partner, his wife, whoever's bought it for him, to wear for him. I presume. What you do after that? Well, just hide it and just try and forget that even happened. Okay, well, that's all we got from that. But I think we can kind of piece together what was missing from that thing. I don't know if you know the show or whatever. I've never heard of Moving On. Maybe I could find more about it if anybody's interested. But yeah, obviously, they were dressing in privacy. I don't know if they were cross-dressing or if they were trans. I can't say with just what we just saw there, but I definitely can relate to it. I was definitely one of those young people that would dress when I was alone. And at that time, I didn't really know what it was, what I was doing. I didn't know, because I didn't have a word for it. I didn't know about trans people. I just knew I preferred to dress as a woman, and that was what I was doing. So I am transitioning 2 years. I on hormones for years now. I know I was in wrong body. I know I was female. Well, thank you, Sophie, for sharing that with us. Yeah. So, well, you do, don't you? You do know. I think most trans people they know. And that's the thing. And I'm glad to hear that you are now transitioning and you're moving on with everything. Thank you for sharing that. So Kirsty, okay, I remember something getting found. Then came the humiliation. Yeah, well, like we saw in that video there. That's the thing. I remember I was very, very careful to not get caught. I was very, I don't know. I was really good at it because that was at that time. I just couldn't imagine getting caught, but I couldn't stop doing what I was doing, and so I would dress. A few times I dressed where there was people in the house, because when I lived at home, when I lived with my parents and my family, TV was a big thing. TV was a big thing, and they would always sit and watch TV. And they watched a lot of TV, my family. So they were always in front of the TV. So I knew that even like if I was upstairs on my own or something, I could have some spare time. So it was occasionally I could even do it when they were in the house. But yeah, it was always that worry about getting caught. And many times I nearly got caught. Moving On started in 2009. Right. So you know about this TV show, yeah? I've never heard of it. But it looks like they were doing a storyline there for, either for a cross-dressing or a trans character in the show. It might be worth checking out to see if there's some more of that story and see what actually happened, if they wrote anything, and if it was any good. 2009. I think they were improving a bit with trans characters in these stories. I just googled it, by the way. Okay, well, I might check it out myself. It might be worth doing. I might do it in one of my movie clubs or YouTube Watch if it's a longer video, and kind of do a bit more structure around it. If it's any good, obviously, I only saw a short clip there. I can't say one way or another at the moment. but I'd be interested to see what happens, if there's anything more interesting to go, about that story, because we kind of left it. It's like, okay, so at the end they came out to the parents, but that's all we got to see. Yeah, I might watch that episode. Yeah, it might be. Well, that was the thing. It cut out a lot of things around the episode, so we don't know exactly what happened in between. So it'd be worth checking that out and seeing what actually happened. The bits we missed, because it only showed part of it, didn't it? It didn't show the whole thing, so it'd be worth checking out to see what else happens there. Okay, so I came out to my old mother by leaving some stuff in the wardrobe to be found on ironing day. That's how I did it. All right, okay. So that's how you came out originally, yeah? Something like that. It's interesting. I never came out when I was living at home. I never let my parents know, or any of my family, until later on. But this is the thing, innit? We all find ways of kind of. I mean, I don't know. I think that's probably a better way, like leaving something there for them to find, so then they have time to realize, and then when then they confront you, you've got that time to kind of say, okay, yeah. Because I mean, I just told my parents, but I would have preferred to get caught in one way. At least that might have been more. In some ways, might be more easier, but it worked out okay in the end, anyway, for me. Haha, I have a few. Oh, what was it? I have a few caught out secrets. Maybe if Rachel gets her goal, I will tell you too. Oh, right. Okay. Also, yeah, even more reason to hit the goal. I mean, if we can get, I mean, it's still possible. If we can get another £20 tonight, and like I said, it doesn't have to be £20. Any donation is acceptable. If we do get up to that goal, it looks like Jade would be willing to share some secrets with people as well. So if it's something you want to do, any donation tonight. And like I say, you can donate to the channel via super chats on YouTube if you prefer. But if you want, you can also go to buy me a coffee. I'll put the link in the chat. It's also below the video. All the links that I've been passing out tonight, they're all available in the chat as well. Let me just share that here. So I've just put it in the chat. So if you see that, you can, if you use that link, that's pretty good for sending the donations. Let me see. Okay, Kirsty. I'll work tomorrow. I know. Okay, well, I'll see you again later. I'm probably not going to do a show tomorrow night, but I'll probably be back on Thursday. So if not tomorrow, I'll see you on Thursday, hopefully. Already found the full episode. Oh, right. So it's there. Where did you find it, Calissa? If you let me know where you found it, and I can check it out. If you want, you can even put the link. I mean, again, if you go to the Discord, you can put the link in the Discord, and I can actually use the link from there. So that's actually quite a good place to send things. Okay, we'll see you later, Kirsty. Thank you for tonight. Yeah, Calissa, if you want, you can if you go to the Discord. Honestly, the Discord is really, if you've not used Discord before, it's really easy once you're in there. Like I said, there's no membership thing or anything like that. You could just join, and then any links you want to send or all that, it's quite a good place to send links. Let me just send. This is the Discord link. I mean, even if you like, yeah, if you just want to just like pop in there, because you got YouTube season 1 episode 4 called Dress to Impress. Okay, well, I will check it out on here. Thanks for sharing that anyway. But like I said, anything else, anything you want to share, honestly, that Discord link you can use, and you can join the Discord. And like I said, there's a lot of people there already who are really supportive and can direct you with any help or anything you might want. Oh yeah, so yeah, same back to Kirsty. Okay, so like I said, I'll mention it one more time, because I'm gonna play another video anyway. I'm gonna play you a Halloween video, because I am trying to stick with the Halloween theme. We're at £5 at the moment, basically. If we can get up, well, we're at £4.99. But if we can get up to £25 by the end of the show, I'll keep the show going a little bit longer. If we can get up to that £25 mark, then we'll do some secrets and stuff like that. And if you just want to like a donation, it can be something like, could become if you're not a channel member, become a channel member. Or if you're already a channel member, consider becoming a community member, because that way you'll get access to the movie club and YouTube Watch. Okay, but like I said, I'll leave it up to you. It's entirely to you. All the best to you. Oh yes, thank you. Just popping back in. I popped some petitions in to sign the Discord. Okay, yes, thank you. Well, thank you, Kirsty. Yeah, that's really what's so good about the Discord, because like, if you put something, I'll check that out then after the show. See you later then, Kirsty. Yeah. Like if you join the Discord, if you're not in the Discord, if you join it, you can basically share petitions, ideas, things that you're into, and share them with other people, and you'll find that there's people in there that are into the same things. So it's I just think it's a really great place to share information and stuff like that. Anyway, let me find this Halloween, because it's supposed to be 31 days of Halloween. I must admit, I've struggled to find videos for Halloween, but I will share this one. Okay, so what am I trying to do this month? I mean, I guess because I've got this Halloween thing on, I must admit, I got a bit overexcited for Halloween. I wanted to make Halloween like the month, but to be honest, I got really excited at the beginning of the month, and then I kind of realized like, okay, Halloween's at the end of the month, but I'm still excited for it. And I don't know. I'm trying to see some videos and trying to learn some stuff about Halloween myself. So the Halloween theme that's with this month's show is there. But I didn't find as many videos as I thought I would, but I have found some videos, but I'm going to use them for Halloween, because obviously I don't want to have no videos for Halloween. If I watch them all now, I won't have any videos. But let's watch one anyway. Let's watch one now, and you can tell me what you think about this one. We can learn something about Halloween.
When most people think of Halloween, they think of trick-or-treating, parades, bobbing for apples, and other family-friendly activities.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is what we think, isn't it? Because in the modern day of Halloween, that's what we know, don't we?
Bet you didn't know the true story behind the ancient origins of Halloween. It all goes back some 2,000.
Well, I do know, because I've been watching these videos and I'm starting to know a lot about it. But if this is your first time watching this channel, you might not have seen any of these about how Halloween began. Where did it all start? No, they didn't use to trick or treat, 2,000 years ago. So how did we get to this point?
1,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival known as Samhain, celebrated on November 1st. On the night before Samhain, people believed that the dead returned as ghosts. They would leave food and wine on their doorsteps to keep roaming spirits at bay and wear masks. So
the night before Samhain is when they did this. This is how they used to celebrate Halloween.
It's when they left the house, so they would be mistaken for fellow ghosts. The Christian church turned Samhain into All Saints' Day, or All Hallows, in the 8th century. The night before became All Hallows' Eve, later shortened to Halloween.
Yeah, so that's how it became Halloween. All Hallows' Eve became Halloween, shortened. People used to dress up like ghosts because this was the night that they thought that the spirits would come alive or come back from the dead, and they had to blend in. So that's why they used to dress up, and they used to leave like food and offerings on the doorstep so that the spirits would take them and not obviously bother them.
You've heard of trick-or-treating on Halloween, but what about souling or guising?
Well, I've never heard this one before. Souling or guising.
All three of these traditions originated in medieval Britain. On All Souls' Day, November 2nd, the needy would beg for pastries known as soul cakes.
Okay, so I never heard about that before. So this is on the 2nd, they would do soul cake. So if you know anything about this, please let me know in the comments. Be interesting to hear, because I didn't know this.
In return, they would pray for people's dead relatives. This was called souling. In the medieval Halloween tradition of guising, young people would dress up in costume and accept food, wine, money, and other offerings in exchange for singing, reciting poetry, or telling jokes. In 19th century America, Irish and Scottish immigrants revived these old traditions. The result was
All right, so they were. We kind of had the dressing up and doing, you know, for and getting gifts and things like that before. So it is actually a lot, because I think in the last video we watched, they didn't talk about this, and they did say that in America that's when they kind of started to do it more. So obviously we had like kind of like they revived this tradition. So it was already kind of existed in a way, but they revived it.
trick-or-treating. At first, it was much more about the tricks, in the form of pranks and hijinks, than the treats.
Yeah, I heard before that it was more about tricks. So originally it was like they were doing tricks, they were causing trouble, and then they changed it.
It wasn't until the 1950s that the custom took on its current family-friendly, kid-centered form. Today, Halloween is big business, with U.S. consumers spending more than $2.5 billion on costumes annually.
Okay, well, I mean that's how I feel, and I feel like in the UK they're trying to embrace a lot of how Halloween is treated in America, because I would say definitely within the last 10 to 20 years, it's definitely got bigger for adults as well. Like I say, I mean, before it was definitely more just focused on children, but I feel like adults have become more involved and it's become more of a celebration. I've definitely noticed it growing and going towards a more American style version of Halloween.
Add in the candy, and it's estimated that Americans spend up to $6 billion on Halloween each year, making it the second most commercial holiday after Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And in one way, that's why I thought I would celebrate this month, because I felt like it's become a bigger celebration. It's become like, you know, because Christmas is like a big thing, obviously. Christmas is really big. But I just thought, oh, well, you know, maybe Halloween is kind of like the same thing. Maybe we're going that way. So in one way, I kind of tried to make it kind of a monthly thing myself in a way. Maybe because I love Christmas so much. Maybe I was kind of trying to do the same thing with Halloween. But you know, let's see anyway as we get closer to the date.
So whether you're a fan of tricks, treats, or trivia, there's a bit of Halloween history. We bet you didn't know!
There you go. So I don't know if you've learned anything new about that. I mean, I didn't. I'd watched another video on one of the other shows, and oh, let me put these down. I'm starting to get my ears now, because I've been doing 2 hours now, so my ears are starting to go. Yeah, I heard in the last show that what was it? About the trick or treating, and saying that about how the trick or treats came about. But actually about the actual dressing up and stuff, I thought that was more just from America. But it turns out, like they said in that video, like no, they used to do it in the past, and they were doing it a long time ago. Like, you know, it's actually they've been reviving it. Okay, let me have a look at the comments here. Okay, so I'll go show. Oh, well, thank you, Sophie. Where are you located? What country are you located in? Let me know, and don't forget, you can join if you want. You can join our Discord. It's absolutely free. You can join that. Okay, I don't know what that one was there. I got to Sardis. I go to Sardis. Which one's that? You have to explain that one to me. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but yeah, let me know. Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you all, okay? To keep the show going tonight, would need more donations, okay? But it's not just donations. If you want to become a channel member, or you want to become a community member, shall I say, you can do, and that can keep the show going that way as well. Any donation like that, because I will spin the wheel and we can watch videos together. Oh, you said that one, didn't you? Okay, so I'm going to bring soul cakes to work. I will check if anyone knows. Okay. Oh well, yeah. Well, I didn't really know about that before, but hey, you know, I might do the same now. You know, now I've learned something new, and that's the good thing about doing these. You know, that's why I like doing these shows and stuff, because I do learn stuff about different things. What's on my hair here? But I do learn things by what, you know, by things like that. Okay. So, like I said, if you want to spin the wheel, like I said, any donation, I will spin the wheel. It's can be $1, can be £1, it's whatever, you know. Or if you just want to become a channel member, it's just £1 to become a channel member, and I will spin the wheel for that as well. And that also go to donation. You know, obviously, if we had 20 people tonight became channel members, we'd hit that goal. Okay. Oh, you said that, didn't you? Okay. Well, what I'll do is this is kind of a good way to kind of do it right now. I'm going to let me see. Shall I play that video? There was some. Let me see. Well, I think what I'll do, I will play. I have a geography game that I have. I'm going to play this geography game. I normally take about 5 minutes to play this game. It's just different countries in the world, kind of like where they are. If after I finish playing that game, if we've got a donation, I will spin the wheel. If not, we'll probably have to end the show then. Okay, because obviously we're on 2 hours now. I'm happy to go later if you want, but obviously we'd have to do donations now. So let me share the screen with this because I haven't played this for a few nights. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I found it now. So yeah, so I normally just play this for a little bit. So like I'll say I'll do about 5 minutes. And if anybody wants to make a donation or, you know, if you want to become a channel member, I will spin the wheel again. Yeah. I mean, I'd say, look, if you're watching this and you're not a channel member, consider becoming a channel member. Like I say, you get 4 live shows this week, so it's worth it. And they are really good. I mean, the one we did on Sunday was a lot of fun making. Okay, but let's play this for a bit. And if you want, you can always tell me if you know any of these countries where they are. Oh, does anyone know where Romania is? I roughly know where it is. This is the thing. I enjoy doing this, and I used to think I was really good at geography. You know, I picked this. I thought, you know, I'm going to do this geography game when I do the live show. And every time I did it, every time I've done it, I've done really bad. Because I know Romania is here, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are probably going, "Yeah, that's Romania. That's Romania." But I don't know which one. So you see, I'm going to pick that one. Oh no, you see? Because I feel like it's here. Is it round here then? Is it the bottom? Okay, we'll try there. Nope. So to me, it's around here. What? Okay. You see what I'm like? I knew it was in that area. I didn't know it was the big one. Okay. Kuwait. Where do you think Kuwait is? Does anyone know where that is? Does anyone know where Kuwait is? Nope. Okay, I'm going to guess. I know Kuwait is down here somewhere. Where could it be? It's one of these, isn't it? Should we just go through them all? That's Kuwait. Okay. Germany. Well, that one's not too bad. I know that one. Djibouti? Okay, that sounds like it'd be in Africa or something. But I'm not gonna guess. I'm not even gonna guess that because I'm really bad with Africa. Ethiopia. I actually don't. I think I kind of know where Ethiopia is. It's somewhere down here, isn't it? Is it down here? Oh, there it is. Okay, there you go. San Marino. San Marino. I feel like it's around here, but I've never heard of San Marino here. I think I'm wrong, aren't I? I think San Marino's probably. You know what? I think it's probably down here somewhere. Is it one of these islands? I'm not gonna guess because I'm not 100% sure. No idea what that is. Lithuania. Lithuania is somewhere on this side here. Somewhere in one of these. There you go. Okay. Congo, Republic of Congo. I know it's in Africa, but I don't. Somewhere around here, but nah. Okay, I give up. Can't. Now, oh no, don't give me Africa. Russia's. Yes, I know Russia. Big one here. Panama's somewhere around here, isn't it? Because I got the Panama Canal. It's got to be around here somewhere. Is it this one? Yes. Switzerland. Oh, I know where Switzerland is. This one. There we go. Brazil, big one. Armenia, it's somewhere around here. I'm not going to guess because I know it's somewhere around there, but I'm not going to guess. Liechtenstein, it's really small one. That one there. Bahrain. Oh, no, somewhere down here. Oh, come on. Okay, I give up. I thought it was around there. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Don't know. Canada. Okay. Okay, and then Australia. I know where Australia is. Nigeria. I don't know. No, I don't know what that is. Malaria. Zimbabwe. No. Okay, I need to learn Africa. I failed terribly. 12 countries, 48 attempts, and 13 skips. That's a bad one. I will get better because I play every night when I'm on here. Oh, okay. I got a few comments. I will deal with some comments. Okay, let's have a look at the comments. Oh wait, I got that one, didn't I? Close. I am in Swansea. Oh, okay, you're in Swansea. Oh, well, nice to see you then. Okay. Okay, perfect. Thanks for letting me know. I go to Saddies. I don't know that place. Is that somewhere in Wales? Is it or something? Yeah. Butterflies in Swansea. Okay. It is LGBTQ and trans people. I love it. I am from Swansea, Wales. Is no club for us in Swansea. Really? You don't have any like trans venues or any bars or anything like that? Well, I'm in Leeds. We have things, but I haven't been. I have to be honest. I haven't really been out to the bars or clubs recently. Been a long time since I've done any events or anything like that. Yeah, I thought they don't have anything in Swansea. I thought they definitely got something in Wales, haven't they? Hi, Franny. Nice to see you. I'm near the end of the show now, but if you want the show to keep going, we're still trying. You never know, it might be possible. Even Jade has said that if we hit the goal tonight, she would share a secret with you all. We're about £20 off. I don't know if we're gonna make it tonight. I don't know. But any donation, if anyone wants to make a donation, feel free to. I mean, like I said, if we don't, probably going to end soon. But if you want the night to keep going, happy to keep going. But we'd have to get donations to get to the extra £20. Like I say, I can accept any currency, so don't worry about that. And you can pay a deposit, a donation via what is it? Buy Me a Coffee is a good place. Or if you want, you can do super chats as well. And any way you want to do it, it's up to you. I'll tell you what. I'll one more chance before the end of the show. Because I'm gonna play this geography game one more time. If after that, then I'll probably have to call it night. Okay. But I'll give it one more go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, first one. I don't know where that is. I don't want to do Africa. Panama. I said Panama's down here. Okay. Romania. I know where Romania. See, now I know. There we go. Zambia. Should I try? I'll just be clicking them all, won't I? There's no point. Brazil down here. Liechtenstein. Give me all the same ones. Of course, I know where they are now. Ethiopia. It's the big one there. Yes. See, I'm getting better at my geography. Bahrain is. Did we work that one out, or did we not find it last time? I think Bahrain we didn't find out, did we? Ah. No. Canada. Okay. Germany. Republic Congo. I don't know where it is. I don't know the African ones very well. Russia. Switzerland. Zimbabwe. I'm not 100% sure where it is. I just don't want to try. Australia. Down at the bottom. Lithuania. I know Lithuania. Yeah, Lithuania's up here. There we go. I don't know African ones. I need to learn my African countries. San Marino, I'm not sure. Kuwait is the little one. There we go. Okay, I probably did better this time. But that's because I just played it and I knew 12 countries, 21. Well, I don't know. It's getting better, isn't it? It's getting better. All right. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. But I will thank everybody for taking part. Everyone who was here today. Ooh. So I will say before we go though, because I mean I am saying this, regardless of like donations and things like that. If you want to become a channel member, please consider it. Really do please consider it. It is just £1 for the month, but you get access to all the live shows, and you can become a channel member. Well, to be a channel member, you need to do it via the actual YouTube channel, and you just click on any member videos, and you could become a channel member. And if you'd like to become a community member, use Buy Me a Coffee, or you can still do it on YouTube, but you can also do it on Patreon as well. So, but I do recommend that. It would mean a lot if you do that, for me anyway. But I think that's it for tonight. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been nice to see you all, everybody and everybody taking part. So I'll say good night now, and hopefully I'm planning to be back on Thursday. Probably won't do a show tomorrow, but I'll probably come back on Thursday. So I hope to see you all there on Thursday. Okay. So thank you for taking part. Oh, thank you. Good night. Good night, Abby. Good night. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'll say good night now, and like I say, I'll be back on. I think it's gonna be Thursday. Yeah, it will be Thursday. Oh, good night. Anyway, Jade, sweet dreams. Hope you so. I will. Thank you. You too, and thank you for being here today. Okay, then that's it for tonight. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon.